Malaysian chicken rice. Hi, I'm Anupa and I welcome you to Sanjeev Kapoor Khazana. What I'm going to show you now is a Malaysian chicken rice. Very popular recipe. You will get that at most of the food courts there. So let's see how to make this traditional Malaysian chicken rice, for which I have a lot of things ready. First of all, we need chicken. This has to be with skin, rice, pak choy, cucumber, oil, chopped garlic, fresh coriander leaves, soya sauce, fresh red chilies, lemon juice, star anise, sugar, salt, rock salt and fresh ginger. So once you have all these things ready in front of you, all you need to do is just quickly cook the chicken and the rice, and there you will have your chicken rice. But this is nothing like a Chinese tossed fried rice. This is actually a dish where you actually cook the chicken separate and the rice separate and then you serve it together. It is very tasty. Why? Because a lot of flavors of the chicken, and traditionally in this preparation you use jasmine rice, but since jasmine rice is something that is not very commonly available everywhere, we will today make it with plain basmati rice. But if you definitely find jasmine rice, try and make this preparation with jasmine rice only. So what I have here with me is a pan of water which I have put to boil. So let the water come to a boil. In the meanwhile, let's do some prep. We'll place a lid. First we need to do is slice some ginger. So here we have some sliced ginger. At the same time, we'll also need some chopped ginger. We'll chop some ginger. Try and chop it as fine as possible, because this is going to go into the sauce, which is going to be the dipping sauce. So here we have finely chopped ginger. We'll keep this aside, and whenever that we have to make our sauce, we will use this. And this few slices of ginger I'm going to put into this water. We'll also add some rock salt to this. Now what I see is that the water is actually coming to a boil. You can see this. We will now place the chicken. The chicken that I have here with me is whole chicken legs with skin on. We will boil it just like this. Gently slide in the legs. Why am I using the skin? Basically, whenever you use a skin or whenever you cook chicken with the skin on, the chicken stays very tender, because the skin is what gives it that tenderness. So in this entire preparation, we want the chicken to be absolutely moist and juicy, for which we need to keep the skin on. A lot of people prefer to have chicken with skin. You can definitely have the skin while you eat the rice as well, but if you do not prefer having the skin, then what you should do is, after the chicken is cooked, you can easily peel off the skin and throw it and just have the lovely chicken legs. So now while the chicken is getting cooked, let's also cook the rice. What I'll do is I will move this to a medium flame. And let's keep another pan to heat, in which we'll first add oil. Okay, so what we'll do is, once the oil is hot, the ginger that we had sliced, we'll need to add this to this, and some garlic and star anise. So maybe a little piece of star anise, and to this we'll add some garlic. Very little. The main flavor in this rice has to be of chicken. Now how will you get the chicken flavor in the rice? We still not added any chicken to this. We are going to be adding the chicken stock, or the stock in which the chicken is cooking. Actually the water, we've actually cooked the chicken in this water, and so automatically the stock that you get is chicken stock. We'll saute the rice along with this ginger, garlic and star anise, and ultimately we'll flavor it with this chicken stock. The rice is going to be very flavorful. Just saute this. Make sure you don't brown it. Now to this we'll add in the soaked basmati rice. So once you have added the rice, just mix it well. To this we'll add in some salt. Remember that we have also added salt to the water, so which is ultimately the chicken stock for us. So add a little less salt to this rice. Mix this well. I can actually get the flavor of star anise, ginger, garlic all mixed together, and definitely this rice is going to taste really very flavorful. The rice that I have used here is soaked for about 25 minutes. So if you keep on mixing it, it will definitely break. So once you have actually mixed in and sauteed the rice along with ginger and garlic, just lower the heat, and now from this we will take the stock. We will add in a little more water than what you would add to make a pulao, because this rice is supposed to be slightly sticky, and when you use jasmine rice, it actually gives you the consistency or the texture that you would need to make this chicken rice. So I have added a little extra water. So for example, if you would add 2 cups of water to 1 cup of rice, in this case you can go ahead and add 3 cups. So this is getting cooked. The chicken is also getting done. Chicken legs take slightly longer to cook, so don't really bother. Leave them in this for about 25 minutes and then they'll be done. Just lower the heat and make sure it is cooking on medium heat or slightly lower, and the chicken will be absolutely moist. Here in this case, once you have added the water, place the lid on medium heat. Also this will take about 15 minutes. So the rice is getting done, the chicken is getting done. Now let's quickly make the sauce. So now to make the sauce, what do? We'll need some soya sauce, but before that we need to slice red chillies. I have fresh red chillies here. Just slice them fine. They are quite spicy, so after you slice them, make sure you wash your hands. Let's make this slightly spicy. And one more red chilli. Okay, so all of this into a bowl. Now to this we'll add in the ginger that we had chopped, some garlic. To this we'll add in soya sauce, some salt, very little salt, little sugar, lemon juice. Mix this well. Make sure the sugar dissolves completely. Now what? This is not sauce. Definitely yes, it's not the sauce. But now what we have to do is we have to add in some stock to this. So we have the stock here. Let's take some stock and add it to this. And lastly, we have to add in fresh coriander leaves. So this is the dipping sauce. This we will serve with the rice and the chicken, but now what we have to do is now we have to wait for the rice and the chicken to cook completely. So now let's switch off the heat. The chicken is cooked and the rice is also cooked. Let's get this here. What we need to do first is get the chicken out of the stock. Okay. Now in this stock we'll add in some fish sauce and we'll have to give it a boil. So we'll put this back here, and once the stock comes to a boil, we'll blanch these pak choy leaves. But in the meanwhile, what we have to do here is we have to first get rid of the skin. So how do you do that? Like this, just use a fork and scrape this off. Okay. So once you have scraped off the skin, all you are left is with the thigh and the drumstick. First get this skin out. Okay, if you like having the skin, please go ahead and chop it into finer pieces. But if this is done, then we'll need a knife. Okay, and just lovely. See, the chicken is absolutely moist. It's cooked, and this is exactly how it should look for this chicken rice. And don't worry, we're not going to cut this further. We're just going to serve these big pieces of chicken, but make sure you separate it from the bone. And this stock has also come to a boil. Like I said, we'll drop in these leaves in, and not even a minute, we just have to blanch it lightly. So be ready with your spoon and your plate. Just a few seconds in this boiling sauce and these leaves are good to go. So we'll place this on this side of the plate. Why? because we're going to be serving the rice in the same plate. Okay. So we'll keep this aside. Take the cucumber and cut them into roundels. I'll tell you how do you present this. Everything is ready. Even the rice is done. Very, very flavorful. Now just take a portion of the rice onto the plate. We'll place the cucumber here. This is served as a salad, but just the cucumber without any dressing. Okay. Then the chicken pieces on top of the rice. The sauce that we had made with soya sauce and all this would go along with this. And finally the chicken stock. This is the most flavorful part in the entire dish. So here you go, Malaysian chicken rice is ready. You have to actually serve this with this sauce, the soup, the pak choy, the cucumber and the rice and the chicken together. All you have to do is maybe have a spoonful of the soup, take a little bit of the sauce, put it over the rice, mix it with the chicken, have it. In the meanwhile, you could also have a little bit of the cucumber and the pak choy, and that's it. Very, very healthy. If you were to use jasmine rice, the flavor would have been much better, but with this rice also it tastes equally good. So enjoy this Malaysian chicken rice and make this recipe just the way I have made it and you'll love it.